I think in 8 years, you've accomplished a lot. You got in shape, right?
Oh,
While
yeah.
you were there. You've read a lot of books.
Read a lot of books.
Did you start meditation when you were, or you've done that before? How did
No,
that
I
whole
started that in there. That's kind of a funny. That came about. I think anybody that's sort of, experienced a similar path as mine. You look to like God or Buddha or Muhammad or anybody for any kind
universe,
of like help
something.
and guidance, and then when that falls on deaf ears, when you're not really getting a response from any of those entities, I sort of got to a point where I realized, or I felt like I had realized, and my truth was that I honestly believe that everybody is already everything they have ever wanted to be, but life is the process of realizing that, and people realize it to greater or lesser degrees. So instead of, going outward, like pleading, begging, asking for help, somebody to listen, I sort of went inward, and tried to bring that, out of myself, because I believe it's already there.
I think it's amazing what you just said, because I think a lot of people never realize that, and some people realize it at the very end of their life.
Whether it's true or not, I don't know. We'll get back to that on my last dying breath too.
But it rings true to me.
To me too.
I feel the same way. It's
Yeah.
almost like, don't you feel that we actually know everything? We just sort of forgot in a way, or just, as you said, deaf to that information, and then kind of comes to us almost.
Yeah, I think certain things, when you're confronted with them, whether it's information or whatever, even if it's maybe something you haven't been confronted with before, sometimes it feels like it resonates with you on a level where you feel like you've been doing that all along, and now you're just realizing that because you've been confronted, with the idea of it. So it's just, I mean, this is a whole nother conversation we could go down, but I think there are souls, that are wiser than others, souls that have done this sort of this dance that we're doing on this planet more times than others, and I think that may be, part of the process, but who knows?
Where do you think you are on that spectrum?
That's a good question. In fact, not long ago, I was sort of just daydreaming and pondering that, and I don't know, honestly. That's really, I thought I had a better idea, but I guess it seems to me like the more we learn, the less we realize we actually know, and that's something that also, it makes sense to me in my life. Like, the more that I begin to understand about myself and life, the more it amplifies how little I actually know.
It's true. They actually say, I can't remember the famous philosopher who said it,
Yeah,
but
you're right.
they said
There's a
exactly
saying.
that.
Exactly.
The more I know that I don't know anything.
Yeah.